Hi guys, greetings from the yoga face. How is everybody today? I wanted to ask you if you like this channel to please hit like, subscribe, and share. I really just started building this channel and it's growing. But if you hit the like button and then YouTube sees it, they will send more YouTube subscribers to my channel, which would be great. So I wanted to talk today about quarantine beauty and specifically natural beauty and how we can take this period of quarantine to slow down and simplify. So if you're like me, you haven't had any beauty services professionally in a while. I have not had my eyebrows waxed. I haven't had a haircut. I haven't had a pedicure. I am not a super high maintenance services person, but I do like to have them. That being said, this is a really great opportunity, I feel like, for home beauty and to really kind of reconnect with how to be the most naturally glowing. And specifically, I actually wanted to do this for my girls and my boys and my peeps who normally get some filler or get some Botox, because I know y'all are probably really, having a hard time right now. I don't mean to make light, because if that's part of your beauty routine and you can't have that, that's going to be stressful right now on top of everything else. Like, at least if we're, stripping down and we're not able to do the things we really love right now as much, or, we're making sacrifices, certainly beauty is one of those things that helps us get through the hard times. So I thought that this would be a wonderful time to show you what I do naturally for the equivalent of Botox and fillers, but just with face exercise. So if you want to look close at my face, I do have a little breakout. That's because I was doing some acupressure and I got kind of carried away yesterday. But I don't have Botox. I don't have fillers, and I'm 52. So this is what 52 looks like with no filler or Botox. So yeah, I have days where I have bags under my eyes. Yes, sometimes I get lines here. But generally, with the regimen that I'm using, I feel like my face has never actually looked better. So shout out to feeling good about where you're at your age, and not accepting limiting beliefs about what you are supposed to look like at this age. I don't often tell my age, not because I'm ashamed of it. I'm happy to be the age that I am, but I do feel like there's biases associated with it. But ever since this J-Lo thing, at the Super Bowl with her pole dancing and stuff, it's like people were so shocked that she was in good shape and feeling herself and like able to do these feats of strength and look amazing. And I'm really grateful to her for showing that a woman in our age group is still fabulous and strong. There's no reason to not be. She is in phenomenal shape, but a lot of us are. So I think by coming out and by really addressing that we can look fabulous at any age, I'm hoping that I open the door for others to kind of not be ashamed, because there's nothing to be ashamed of about aging. Like, if anything, it's a victory. Like, what's the alternative? Okay, so that's my little diatribe on natural beauty and age, which I really believe is just a state of mind. But let me show you what I do. Okay, so I just washed my face. I did yoga. I put a little oil on, and I'm gonna do a little bit more. I use the Lolli Beauty Plum Elixir. This is like my best friend. I use it all the time. They say you can use it on your lips and your hair, but I keep it mostly just to my face. And they have this really great crystal wand. What I do is I put that on the meridians lines of my face, and I try to hit some acupressure points as I go. So this is like really nothing new. A lot of us these days are using rollers And we're using gua shui blades. What I like about this crystal roller though is you're getting the energy of the crystal. In this case, this is a grounding root crystal energy. And it's just a great way to apply this really beautiful silky oil that seeps right into the skin. And I have to say, since I've been using this particular line, my skin has gotten better. They are non-GMO, ethically sourced, food grade quality, sustainable product line that I find, being made of the highest quality ingredients, is lasting a really long time, and I'm really seeing a difference on my skin. So I'm rolling both to get the chi or the energy moving through the meridians into my face. So you can see already my tone of my skin is changing. And then this is a really good pressure point right here. I'm also just letting this beautiful Plum Elixir sink in. Okay, so that is that. Then I'm going to dip into the Lolli Beauty, one of my favorites, Chia Carrot Brulee in a little baby yogurt jar. And Lolli comes with accessories you can use to scoop. All of mine seem to be in the other room, so I'm just gonna use my finger. Again, this is super concentrated. I did like that much, which is quite a bit. And the carrot is very buttery. Carrot butter is like one of the best things you can moisturize your skin with. I love essential oils, but I do find that sometimes they're a little bit, oily. So I tend to do most of my essential oil at night when I go to sleep. And then when I wake up, it's all soaked in and my skin looks great. But right now, just showing you what I'm doing. And once I have this, and if I have any extra product, I put it on my neck. This I'm putting on my lips. The thing is, whatever you put on your skin goes into your bloodstream and into your internal organs. So having a food grade quality product is really good because you're literally, anything you put on your skin, you're eating. So think about that when you're putting on your products. Would you eat it? Look at what you have in your beauty cabinet. Would you eat it? I know. Okay, so now that I've got my oil, I've done a little bit of acu rolling, I'm gonna do this technique for a face lifting massage. And I learned this actually from someone I trained many years ago in facial yoga named Dora Perrick, who has a company in Dubai called The Fit Face. And a big part of what they do at The Fit Face is massage their clients' faces pretty vigorously. So I've been trying it out because Dora's face looks great. And I thought, well, I've always worked with massage, but I've never done it that vigorously. And they kind of do it like almost like that. Pretty vigorous. My face feels kind of greasy right now. Not greasy, but very moist. So it's hard to get enough traction here. Wow, look at that. I'm really into this technique. I just started doing it. So sorry, Dora, if I'm not doing it perfectly. I've just been watching. But she says like it's almost like you want to slap your face a little bit, not hard. But the theory is, and I think it's true, that look at all this circulation and oxygenation I'm bringing to my skin. And also this is going to counter any downward expression line tendencies. And I think, as with any facial massage technique, you really have to go with upward, outward strokes. So make sure you're bringing the energy up. Wow, okay. That felt good. All right. And I do feel a little chapped today. So I'm going to dive in again to Lolli Beauty to the This is the date brulee. I love this one. I've been eating a lot of dates lately. I need to kind of chill out on them because they're delicious, but they're a lot of sugar. But I think this is the date seed. It's made from date seeds. It's very silky and very moisturizing. And you smell the date in it. Okay, so now that I've done all that, I wanted to show you some other fun things. I'm gonna bring out my Touch and Glow wand made by Shelley Goldstein, because I have noticed that my tendency is to get worry lines and number 11s because I am a liver type in Chinese medicine, and that's where we tend to get facial issues. So I'm giving myself a mini facial. I'm going into my pressure points for my eyes and forehead. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it takes 15 minutes or so. And I'm doing it kind of quickly, but I'm just going into some pressure points for my eyes and forehead. And now the thing with this is you could be doing it with your fingers, your fingertips. What you do is you fix the fingertip at the acupressure point and you spiral the fingertip. It's fixed and then you sort of just do that. But having the wand just makes it go a lot faster. So I really like to do the forehead and brow points because they lift up the forehead and they lift up the upper lids of the eyes. Also, as I was saying, this is about people who can't do Botox right now or fillers, how to get the same effect naturally. So I'm going to my hairline to pressure points that will help to lift the forehead. And I'm going to go back in and do the other side. Going into my inner eye corners. When I first learned this particular pressure point, it kind of freaked me out. Of course, you want to make sure anything you put in your inner eye corner is clean, sterile, whether it's your fingertip or in my case, this wand, which I clean with rubbing alcohol. This point is right above the pupil, the middle of the pupil, over the eyebrow. This one's very effective. I'm going back in because this is where I really have issues. I'm going to go here in the outer eye corner. And then right under, like on the orbital bone under the pupil. I don't know if I did that on the other side. I think I'm going to have to catch up. This will help with eye bags. And then you go about 2 fingers up above that middle of the pupil point on your forehead. When I first started doing this, I didn't understand why the forehead. And then I realized because when your forehead lifts, everything lifts with it. That's why forehead lifts are a surgery that people sometimes get. But I'm not going to get surgery. I am simply going to keep doing my yoga face techniques, my acupressure, my great products. Okay, and then after you do the points, you're supposed to kind of follow the pathway. Like so, I believe. And again, like the sweeping up pattern. So that's just for eyes and forehead. There's other points I'm going to show you real fast. So say that you wanted to fill your cheeks. For me, I'm prone to these nasal labial folds, marionette lines. Another thing with acupressure is you'll feel when you're out of balance because you'll find an acupressure point and it'll be sort of sore or tender. There's one right here that I like to do. Of course, you can imagine how lifting here will lift up your face. And I do it here too. I call this the earring point. After a while, you'll learn the points. I know it seems like a lot now, and I'm not even doing all of them. But I do the ones specifically that I really have issues with. So right here. And then I go out another like finger width to the apple of the cheek. Going into that point between the, right here. Okay, so that was just a brief acupressure session, but I want to keep moving because I just want to show you like a smorgasbord of tools. So the next one will be after you've done massage and you've done the acupressure points. Let's just stretch out the face with a little facial yoga. So the first thing you're going to do is lie in face. You're going to scrunch, squeeze, tighten your face. Inhale and just make muscles, tighten muscles everywhere. And exhale. So you like constrict and then release. So you're going to compress, squeeze, tighten everything, hands and fists, eyes scrunching, breathing in. And okay, so usually 3 of those. Why do we do line face? One of the reasons is it really stretches. And when you stretch your facial muscles, they are more springy and resilient, similarly to when you stretch your body muscles. So it's kind of a misconception that making a face like that is gonna stick forever. It won't. You can use your face to make expressions, just don't make habitual ones and like leave them there all day long. Like don't scowl all day. So to that end, I'm just going to show you like 5 quick face exercises. Some of these are on some of my other tutorials, but I'm just showing the main ones that I find to be really helpful. So one is just to open your eyes like really wide. And look at a point on the horizon and just really, I'm using my fingers to kind of make sure I'm not making wrinkles. But then keep exposing the whites of your eyes on all directions. And then another one is to do the temple dancer eyes where you look up to the side, down and to the side, like in a clockwise, like the 4 points of the compass. And you can do it with your eyes closed. Okay, that one's good for toning the ring muscles around the eyes. This one here is your lower eyelid lift and release. I call it crow, crow, fly away. It helps get rid of crow's feet. See? So basically I'm training these muscles to get firmer and plumper by putting a little bit of resistance on the muscle itself as it's performing the action. About 20 of these on each side. And then I'm gonna do the same here. I've shown these before, but these are like in my core. A new one, I don't know if I've shown this lately. I'm gonna do this side a little more first. Oh yeah, okay, so right in here, if you stabilize and you hold, with your lips, and go like that. And that's really good for smoothing around here. Smiling fish face. The key here is to smile and do the fish face at the same time. I haven't done this one in a while. Whew, that was hard. And then, 2 other poses that I really like for the face. One is Psycho Prom Queen, where you open your eyes really wide. and stretch the corners of your mouth towards your ears. And again, you can put fingers here so that you're not making new wrinkles around the eyes. Okay, there was another one. Oh yeah, before I do that one, I want to do one for the neck, because I have been noticing lately a little less resilience on my chin line. So to look up and kiss the ceiling to each direction, and just to roll your chin from shoulder to shoulder, loosening the neck, and then tip of the tongue to the roof, smile and swallow. You see where we're and an oldie but a goodie is make a fist underneath the hollow of your lower jaw and give your jaw some resistance and go up and down. This is kind of like pumping iron for your jaw. And if you want extra resistance, just grab your fist and push up. Now, I saw recently that someone made a device, like a weight that you put between your teeth and you go up and down with the jaw. But you can do that with your hands. The key is to get that resistance going back. And then slide your lower jaw forward and back. This is an oldie but a goodie. And then you can also press your lower teeth down, but then lift up with your lower teeth with resistance. And sometimes 2 fingers is good. Whew. And just because that was a lot of work and a lot of concentration, I'm going to stretch out my neck as a counter pose and my muscles that attach my head to my neck. And drop my lower jaw as I go. I call this sandbag. Feels really good. Now I'm literally taking the tip of my tongue to my lower teeth and dropping it down. And that releases a lot of tension from the jaw. And then I blow kisses. So I get a little resistance and blood flow into the lips, which plumps them up. And you can also just stick your lips out like a duck. And I just like to release my face sometimes, or go or even yawn. And you can really feel that as a great stretch for your chin and your jaw. Okay, so those are some of the things I would recommend if you want to have a glowy, unlined, lifted face from home without violating the rules. And maybe you'll like these so much that you won't even want to get Botox or filler anymore. I'll finish with one that just helps to set the face in a really neutral, lifted way, which is Smiling Buddha Face. So you're just doing this visualization that you are the Buddha, or you're any enlightened, saintly being that comes to mind for you. Someone who has attained realization, somebody who is a walking embodiment of light, or just someone that you really love. Let them come to your mind, and from your heart to theirs, send them love with a sweet, smooth face. So if you can learn how to smile very neutrally without making any wrinkles, with your head really on top of your spine, with good posture, and just try to remember to set that as your default expression whenever through the day you notice maybe in the mirror you're scowling or you're looking down at your phone. We tend to scowl a lot when we're looking at our phone or texting. Just reboot the computer and smile gently, because that will really lift up your face muscles. And did you know that smiling takes less face muscles than frowning? So namaste from the yoga face.